Hello, hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the Becoming series with Blessing. This is the podcast where I share my personal development journey with you. And if you've been following me, you will know that I've just finished reading and reviewing the book by Rachel Rogers on why we should all be millionaires. That's the name of the book. We should all be millionaires. Today, I'm back with one of Russell Brunson's book, and I'm reviewing a new book. It's called .com Secrets, the Underground Playbook for Growing Your Company Online with Sales Funnels with by Russell Brunson. So, if you've been following me, you will know that I've reviewed already the Expert Secrets book by Russell, and this is the second book that I'm reviewing. I think really for me at this point in my journey, it's all about marketing. I feel that I've spent the first 5 years in my business really developing my product, developing my customers, who knowing who they are, and just feeling confident about myself and who I am and what I can offer. But I realized that I need to know how to market, because you can have the greatest product in the world, but if you don't know how to market, nobody's going to find out about it, and therefore nobody can buy from you. So that's why I'm really hot on Russell Brunson at this moment. And this book, I ordered for it from the US, and it just arrived last week. So I've started reading it. So I thought I should give you a snippet of the book and, of course, review it for you. So, in the preface, Russell gives a story of one of his clients, and this client basically run a company, and he used to make a lot, or they used to make a lot of money with their business. This client had built a following of 1.2 million followers on Facebook, so a lot of followers on Facebook. However, because there were some changes at Facebook, his traffic had dropped by 90%. And the client now found himself spending $116 to sell a $97 product. And obviously, the math doesn't make sense. He was losing. His business was no longer profitable. So he called Russell for a consultation, and he said that he wanted help with two things: traffic and conversion. Now, Russell says that he smiled because he knew that it was more than that. He knew that that was not really his problem, that was just a symptom. Russell said that more often than not, it's a funnel problem. Okay, it's a funnel problem. So Russell went over there, had a chat with them, and then Russell talks about his conversation. So Russell says the problem is you can't spend enough to acquire a customer. And the way to fix that problem is to fix your sales funnel. He replied calmly. So for Russell, the problem is that this guy did not have enough money to acquire new business. Okay. And the way he could fix that was to look at his sales funnel. Now, obviously, the guy did not think that was his problem. He just thought it was a problem of traffic and conversion. But Russell tried to explain to him that no, it's not that. It's really a sales funnel problem. So Russell then goes on to quote his mentor called Dan Kennedy. And Dan says that ultimately the business that can spend the most to acquire a customer wins. So spending money to acquire a customer is a good thing. All right. Russell then goes on to say that the reason Drew is the guy who asked Russell to come and look at his business. He says the reason Drew's business wasn't making money was because he wasn't able to spend enough to acquire a customer. So you can never overspend too much to acquire a customer. Okay. So if you ask a question, how much is enough? Russell will he will go on to explain that. He says if we fix his sales funnel so that instead of making $97 for every $116 he spends, he can start making 2 to 3 times as much money for each sale, then the whole game changes. Suddenly, he can afford to buy more traffic from more places. He can outbid his competitors and he can spend 2 to 3 times more than he is now, all while becoming exponentially more profitable. So this is Russell's strategy. Russell's strategy is that you can never overspend on acquiring new customers. In fact, you need to spend the most acquiring new customers. It's just that once you acquire them, you need to get them to be buying in 2 to 3 times more from you than from a competitor. Because if each customer gives you a lot more money, then you have a lot more leverage. You have a lot more money to buy more and more ads from different places. He then goes on to say, so what changes did we make to Drew's business? How did we take a sales funnel that was losing money and transform it into a tool that allowed Fit Life TV to spend more money than its competitors while gaining more traffic, more customers, and more sales? And that is really what this book is all about. So this book, .com Secrets, is about how can you improve your sales funnel so that you get more money from each customer and you can therefore spend more money buying ads, not just one type of ad, not just Facebook ads, Google ads, different types of ads, and basically being the number one person who spends the most amount of ads to acquire customers and then getting those customers to pay you more than others. Okay, so in answer to the question how much is too much or how much should you spend, is more than your competitors. If you want to know how much should I be spending to acquire a customer, the answer, according to this book, from the preface alone, is you need to be spending more. You need to be spending the most to acquire a customer, more than your competitors. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here, and then tomorrow, God willing, I will look at. The thing is, this book is really thick. If you have a look, it's really, really thick. So I'm going to take it slow. I hope that you can make note and implement what I'm going to say. But the only thing I want you to take away from this book so far is that whenever you feel that there's a problem of traffic or conversion, is not really the problem. The problem is a sales funnel problem. And the way to solve that is to acquire more customers and get each of them to spend more with your business than with a competitor. So I hope you found that useful. If you did, please put your comments in the chat. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, God willing. Thank you. God bless. Bye bye.